This is a flat in Greylin. So this is James's wall, and James was given a work of Rob's. This is a piece which Rob made out of chopsticks. These homes are, very evocative of homes in New Zealand. As an artist, I'm interested in questioning the expectations that we bring to looking. When I get into something, there's like a heat, like it all warms up. There's no limit to the amount I can get into it. And that's kind of quite a vulnerable surrender space. So I think it's kind of an interesting contrast between these forensic process that it's kind of cool and a little edgy, but then essentially I'm dedicating surrendering to the work. And so what I took as my subject is the artwork of Rob Gardiner. Rob Gardiner is an artist, but he calls himself an amateur artist. So I kind of went down a rabbit hole of looking at how the personal artwork of Rob Gardiner circulates. So this is Sue Gardiner and Bill Garcia's house in Mount Eden. And this is the living room, and there's Rob's work everywhere. From this house, there are 2 walls in the exhibition that were quoted, and this is one of the corners. And there's one of Rob's works here, and then this is the cupboard that I love so much. This is wall number 1 in the exhibition, and Rob's work hung on the other side. And I really like this side of the wall because it's got this lovely green color that Bill Garcia painted. And this is an old rest home, so apparently this used to be somebody's bedroom. This really lovely little handle with this door that was obviously painted originally in the rest home. Then you have mold and then repainting and patching and all these kind of passages of time that it contains. And then the cupboard has a mirror from somebody when it was somebody's bedroom, and a cupboard. The repurposing and all the different lives this room has seen. This handle is I cast using a silicone mold and bronze. So there's all these different types of how do things find their way here. So I kind of document the walls hardcore, drawing and taking paint samples and drawing again. And then the way I actually bring them into being is through construction and casting, buying things. As you move around the walls as sculptures, that's where the drama starts to happen. So if you were to cut through your bedroom wall, you'd have different layers of a sandwich. So you have a 2x4 and some jib, or here you have 100mm kauri studs. This is a very old villa. I think that this kind of drama of the fantasy of being able to cut walls out of homes and put them in a museum and create a sort of a memory arcade of spaces becomes a bit of a drama in the work. And that kind of gesture ends up relating to the artworks in some way, because you read time in Rob's works, but you're also reading time in how architecture is used and lived in. And I think these different passages of time kind of collided with each other it's quite sublime, it's quite exciting that the time that's in the artworks all around us can relate to the time scale of the gallery walls. When we're looking at art, we're focusing so much on the artwork, but the artwork depends on a wall to hold it up and a floor for the viewer to stand on. And these support systems, they recede into the background, but they're actually crucial for the preservation, exhibition, and reception of the work. It's not just about one person's vision, it's about a lot of different, quite complex relationships.